Hello everybody, I'm Sanskriti and I participated in Miss Nepal North America back in July/August, I would like to say. I think the main event was August 6th. So this video I wanted to make for the potential future participant who wanted to see if it's worth it going to the pageant and what the pageant experience was like and any feedback that I have for the team, what went well and what we could do better, so that these things would be taken into consideration in future, because obviously beauty pageants is a huge deal for us Nepali. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, but I feel like every popular person like every celebrity in Nepal, at least women that I know, have held a title, some kind of title back in the days. So I think that's the only way for us to get popular in Nepal as a female. But that could be an unpopular opinion. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. So my experience in the pageant was pretty damn good, I'd say. As I was going through quarter life crisis, I think. So yeah, I was like, let's try to do something new, in my life. I have a job, I have accomplished most of the things I want, so let's try this experience. And I think one thing that I liked about this pageant is that how they did not have a crazy requirement, like I know Miss Nepal has like a height requirement of 5'3", and I'm 5'2", or any weight limitation or any sort of like physical appearance limitation that we cannot obviously change. Registration was pretty smooth. I had to pay $1,000 for obviously all the logistics, and for a business to run, obviously they need money, and they were collecting it from contestants themselves. So I'd like to talk about what went well in the platform or Miss Nepal North America, like what went really well, and something that I think is a kudos to the team of Miss Nepal North America. So first thing first, I think it is really hard to manage obviously 18 women, right? Plus we have the people who are training us, judges, and other people who are there for help, like photographers, videographer, and the makeup artist and all that. It's extremely tough to kind of have all those people together and push forward for a common goal, which is to make this pageant as big as possible and as nice as possible, and as profitable as possible, I guess. So the thing that I think that went really well was how we were placed in an Airbnb instead of hotel like the prior days. I think we had more chance to connect like in a participant level, or even with our mentor, and with all the other people involved. For example, let's say we had private chef that we could interact with. We had our sponsors that came in, and because we were all in the same house, it was never like oh, I was left out or something. It was like all of us were together there, and that really gave us a feeling of a unity. The other thing that I think went really well is I think the outfits. So kudos to the fashion designer who did a really good job, because compared to the previous year, I think a lot of people were not happy in the previous year about how their outfits were, or like how they were given sari, not gown, and all the kind of tidbits. And the other thing that went well was our photo shoot, video shoot. Everything was super nice. Being able to work with them and collaborate with them was very good, and there was never like a moment of tension, I would say. Everyone was just enjoying what they were doing, and everyone had a really close connection with each other. We all became really good friends at the end of the event. So next thing I want to talk about is the main event, right? So we have all the training. We had our mentor Sadiksha Shrestha, which you all probably know. She was Miss Nepal 2010, I believe, or I don't know, but back in the days. She really did a great job at training us, and she'd been doing this for like years, right? So she was very good at it. Those are the things that went really well. Now, what are the things that did not go well, or could have gone better, and something to look forward to next year, and something that the organizers could potentially take from this video, or maybe not? The event started like 45 or 1 hour late than what was mentioned in the ticket, right? And that is kind of a bummer, and that really does not kind of help establish a reputation for Miss Nepal North America, you know, because there were all the guests that's coming in, and even my friends, like, they were not very happy about how late the event had started. Like, you guys could put in the ticket that, you know, oh, it's gonna start at 8 instead of 7, if you guys thought that, you know, there might be some other stuff going on, there might be some other things that would be going on, and things would be delayed, but obviously we have to respect the guests' time, because at the end of the day, they are the ones that are bringing in the money, right? They are the one who are paying to come to your event, and I think we should be respecting their time. And I understand that, you know, things can happen. Okay, 5-10 minutes late is fine, but I had heard that even last year similar thing had happened, like where they were very late in starting the show, which I think should not be the case in future. You know, if you want to build that reputation, and if you want people to say like, wow, this was a really good event, I think you should be very punctual. So yeah, that's the first tip I would say. Like, one thing that I can think of on top of my head is we were told I would have a yoga event multiple times during the training, but that didn't really happen. I think that's one thing that should be like defined. You know, you should have an itinerary. If you are to plan this event, then, you know, you can't just like wing it. I think that's another suggestion I would have for the organizers, and it's obviously not coming from like oh, I really hated the event, oh, this is disgusting. It's like really coming from a good heart, because I am associated with Miss Nepal North America, and I want it to have a good reputation. I want it to be good, you know, like a big in the future. And these are the things that we should take care of, you know. So it's really coming from my heart to improve this platform rather than just like demeaning it. So that's really not my intention here at all. I just want to share what the experience was like and how it could be better. Anyway, after that, I think the other thing that could have gone better is post-event, right? After the event, it felt like everyone kind of just like was going on about their life, as they should. You know, we all had been there for a long time, and, you know, we all probably had work or school work and, you know, our life. And I understand that, I respect that, you know, like photographer, videographer, or like the organizer, they just need some time to kind of reset and kind of rebound. But I think the problem that me and other contestants were having was like trying to communicate to the organizers about digital products, like photos, like photos or videos, right? We were not getting our photos and videos, and there was no estimate of when they would be given to us, or we didn't even know if they would be given to us. Like, did we sign a contract that said that they would give it to us, you know? So we couldn't really like ask for like as if we were entitled to those photos and videos. Like, I don't even know if, you know, did we sign a contract that said that we were gonna be getting those videos. You know, we got our videos, we got our photos, I think like months later, which really is a bummer, because like I would want to share the picture, right, of me in this stage, you know, and everybody would like to do that. They would like to promote, because obviously people would watch, and once it's like past a month, then it's already like stale news and no one would like to post it, right? So it would have gone in the favor of organizer, but I don't know why they did that. But one thing that was really frustrating was I was the one who kept on asking about, okay, when are the photos or videos gonna come, and did not really get a response. Like, I understand if this was happening in Nepal, like, you know, I wouldn't expect, but because we all are living in America, and, you know, we all know that time is valuable here, right? You know, like if I'm constantly asking for, like, I don't want to be constantly asking for it. Like, I have other things to do, and it would have been much nicer if they would just have told us, like, are we getting it or not? I'm fine if I'm getting it or not, but I would require some kind of answer, you know, some closure. Like, please just communicate. It shouldn't be that hard if you're an organizer to communicate, you know what I mean? Because this is not like a 1-year thing that, you know, you guys are going to be doing. This is like supposed to go for a generation, and I really want MNNA to flourish in future, you know. So that's something that was kind of annoying to me, that, you know, got a bunch of videos, and like, I don't care if you don't give me the videos, right? But just let us know that, you know, we would not be getting it. At least we'd make peace with it. But just, you know, leaving us hanging without any decision is just not something that I would expect from a big organizer. Other than that, I mean, obviously, with, you know, a big event like this, there would be challenges and stuff like that. But one thing I also wanted to point about is that I thought the judges who showed up, like Priyanka, Karki, Ayushman, and all those people, they did not seem very into the event or like very happy. And I was wondering why. Like, were they not treated well by the organizers? Like, were they, I don't know, they were having personal issues? I don't really know. But, you know, if you're coming from Nepal to here for the event specifically, then I would expect you to put some effort into this. You know what I mean? Like, just be nice to us, or like we were told to, when they arrived, like when the guests arrived, we were like told to go upstairs, which is like, you know, I thought it was kind of weird, like, you know, just because they are like so-called celebrities, you know. I don't know, I think it would have been fun if we just like were hanging around and, you know, everyone's doing their own thing, you know. But maybe it's just me. Maybe that's not a valid feedback. Disregard this. And I think the next thing I wanted to talk about is, did I think the pageant was rigged, or did I think the decision had already been made about who was going to be Miss Nepal North America 2023, right? To be honest, I think the competition was very fair. I also understand that there were 10 judges, I believe, and all of them were different. You know, some of them were old, some of them were Gen Z, some of them were millennial, and they all have their own biases, I think, you know. So whatever Gen Z judge might find cringy might not be cringy to the older judges, you know, who were there. And for them, definition of beauty might be something else than what the other judges were thinking. So, you know, let's say if someone were to come up, someone were to dye their hair purple, let's say, and walk up to this stage, then the old judge might consider that as not being like a, you know, worthy of the title holder. As absurd as it may sound, but, you know, that's just something they might think that way, you know. That's not something I can change, or, you know, that's just the biases they might have, right? So I would say the competition was very fair, because, you know, there were so many judges, and I mean, obviously whatever the average was, the scores were based on that. So I don't think the pageant was rigged, to be honest. And I think I did okay-ish. I think I could have done slightly better with my posture, for sure. I think that was one of the main reason, and also how I'm very shy in front of a lot of people and camera, so I could probably do a better job at that. So I obviously, yeah, I thought I would go to top 10, but, you know, it's okay, stuff happens. I was very humbled. Honestly, and I was very upset at that time. I was very, like, my confidence level went whoosh, all the way down, but at the end of the day, the deserving candidates were in top 5, you know, and everyone was deserving, honestly. It's just like what the judges think, and just because a judge thinks that you are not in top 10 doesn't mean you are not, you know, valuable. We all were extremely capable women. And we should not let that kind of define us. And it's sometimes hard when we go to pageant like that, where obviously, you know, you're kind of being judged on, you know, objectively attractive traits, or I don't know. Yeah, but I think one thing that would have been better was if they had established like a transparent judging criteria, like what would we be judged on and stuff like that. If that was communicated, maybe we could have performed better. So all the people that, you know, I had talked to during this, or even after the pageant, I came to realize that Miss Nepal North America does not have a very good reputation, and I don't know for whatever reason, but I think if we want to make MNNA a good platform, we would have to make sure the voice of contestant are heard, make sure the voice of mentor is heard, make sure the voice of judges is being heard. Like, have you taken feedback constantly from people that you're directly working with? Are they unhappy, you know? And instead of trying to do as much events as possible, what I would recommend is just kind of like focusing on core 3 event throughout the year and just like trying it to make it as best as possible, because when you have a lot of things going on, it's hard to kind of, you know, very greatly on one, right? So yeah, that's what the advice I would have for people. If you want to participate in Miss Nepal North America next year, I would say, yeah, it's go for it. It's kind of fun. You make some good friends, you know. I've seen some people becoming really good friends through the platform. You'd also kind of get out of your comfort zone. Like, I was not very comfortable with camera, obviously camera shy. You would learn some, like, you know, like, honestly speaking, I walked on heels for all the training days that we had, and honestly my posture kind of improved. I'm not gonna lie, that's the best thing that's come out of this event. Yeah, my posture improved, and I like wearing heels because it kind of helps me with the posture, and I never wore heels before this event, and Miss Nepal North America is the way to go if you want to learn how to wear heels and just kind of, you know, learn some feminine etiquette, I would say. Go for it, and yeah, you'll have a good time. But obviously have those conversation about you know, all the, like, after the event, what's gonna happen. Like, you know, I think that's an important discussion. Like, are we gonna get the photos, videos, or like you know, all those kind of things. But yeah, I hope you all had fun watching this video. Bye bye.